Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to wrap up our experience with the redmagic 5G, and as you can see I have some of the new accessories that redmagic and Nubia team sent me. As you see, the 55-watt charger, the Ethernet adapter as far as gaming dock, of course the controller and the case that's compatible with the redmagic 5G. So we're going to wrap up our experience with it. I again posted an article directly on the portal for you guys, just showcasing some of the gaming experiences that you can get with the redmagic 5G, as this is a gaming device. This is TK and this is XDA TV. Let's check it out. So as I explained to you guys in the beginning, we've done a few videos here, and again I posted that article over for you guys. It'll be a link for that in the description below. But today we're going to focus on the overall experience and what you get with it, and of course talk a little bit more about these accessories that you're able to pick up. Starting off with the 55-watt charger, this is actually going to be the best charger that you can get for your Nubia redmagic 5G. The reason behind that is the one included in the box is not that it's a bad charger, it's just that it's an 18-watt charger. By comparison to the 55-watt charger, which is this little guy, you're able to charge it from 0 to 100%, as I'm showing you guys with that video right here on the right, in about 42 minutes, which is really nice, especially if you want to be able to stay in that gaming experience for longer periods. Now, it is a Chinese style plug, but it actually works in the US, so there's no problem if you want to use it in the US. Again, also, this will work with any other device that uses power delivery, as this is a 55-watt charger, so it should be able to do really well for you guys. No cable included in the box. You are going to need to use your own USB-C cable, but I think overall, as far as a charger with power delivery, this is a great value and it'll work really nice with your redmagic 5G. Switching it over real quick to the actual adapter. So this is basically a docking station for your redmagic 5G that gives you access to, obviously, using a full-size Ethernet. And what I mean by that when we start looking at it is we get a secondary 3.5mm headphone jack facing backwards, obviously a full Ethernet cable connection in the back for better and faster connectivity, as well as a USB Type-C, which is going to be used to charge the actual device. So one of the things that it does really well is the ability of keeping your cable management really nice. So everything kind of positions from the back whenever you put your device. So an example would be here. Those little pogo connectors that we have on the bottom were specifically made for this. When you slide it sideways, it only locks in one position, and then you lock it in. And at this point, your entire device is actually connected. And one of the really cool things about it is you're also able to actually activate the dock mechanism itself. So when you turn on the dock station, you notice that the RGB still permeates on the back. So you're able to control that even though we kind of hid the one that's already built in there. Again, great for gaming, great for watching content, and of course for the best connectivity if you have Ethernet connectivity at your home. As I'm showing you guys with the video real quick here, I'm playing a quick game of Asphalt 9. I'm using the controller that we'll talk about in a second, and again, it just works really, really nice. And as far as connectivity, you're able to obviously get a much faster connectivity on this when you're using a standard Ethernet cable over what you normally get. And as I'm showing you guys right here, so basically my internet connection at home obviously is a lot faster than the LTE connection that I'm able to get at the house. So I'm able to go all the way to 88, 85, and you can see here that it's a different connection. It's Spectrum, which essentially is my internet provider at home, not my mobile data connection. So again, much better. And one of the other things you want to keep in mind is the ping time. So it's 13 millisecond ping time on connections where it's connected hardwired, as opposed to 26. So much better performance, especially for gaming, whenever you're considering using something like a dock. And if you have Ethernet access, this is going to work great. The USB-C connection on the back unfortunately does not pass through for external display, although this one does. So if you want to connect this to an external display to play games with a joystick, I'd recommend you using this for power and then connecting an MHL or basically USB-C to HDMI cable to the side mount USB-C, and then you'll still be able to get your external display. None of the ports are actually blocked, so you technically still have that extra 3.5mm headphone jack. It's just from a cable management standpoint, it just looks a lot better. Now, the last accessory that they sent me is actually a two-part accessory. There's a case as well as a controller. The case itself is made specifically for this. It's not really a carrying case, and I say that because you can kind of see how the actual shape is actually made. So you take your device, headphone jack up, you put it in, align it, and pop it in, and it actually, like I said, just fits in correctly. Now everything on the side is exposed on both ends so that you still have access to your triggers if you want to use them. But the cool thing about it is you're able at this point to use this controller, which is actually sold again as a pair or as individually. So we'll go ahead and slide it in on the side. And then once you have it set up, you're able to basically unlock your device, jump into gaming mode. And the main thing here is that you're able to configure it on the left. So you can turn on the controller here, you press the button, and you can see here the battery percentage on it, and you can also set it up to be either a controller 1 or controller 2. Obviously this is controller 1 right now, and this also shows you that all the buttons are actually working, so you can kind of see all the different triggers going up and down. And as I'm showing you guys in the video right now, this is obviously going to work connected or disconnected. So you don't have to use this controller connected to the case unless you want to, so you can pick it up by itself and use it with the dock to be able to get the best gaming experience there. The cool thing, again, you're using the joystick on the left and you're using your trigger and your finger on the right side. Gaming system is still present here, so you notice right there I switched over to controller, and you're able to customize where the buttons are. So this is the up, down, left, and all the different positions that you're able to set up, and of course you're able to configure the top buttons as well. And again, this will work great if you want to be able to use it directly, either connected to the actual case or independently as an actual controller. And again, you can configure the buttons to whatever you'd like. All of the stuff can be configured by game, and it remembers those profiles every time you play. Now, with that being said, there was an additional few things that I was also able to discover through the XDA portal, that there was additional features that we're able to turn on a few things here. First and foremost, the ability of finding out additional themes, and that gives us the ability of accessing that theme that you're looking at here, which is not actually part of the default theme selection option. So I'll give you guys a link to that article that was posted over on the XDA portal, how to be able to turn on all of these options in here, as well as the ability of turning on basically the recording setting to be able to jump over to HD as opposed to standard, which is something else that you also want to keep in mind when recording video on the actual, like the screen recording functionality. Last but not least is the ability of actually turning on battery status, so you can see the actual battery usage on this. That was something that we weren't able to see before. And of course, factory test, that's just the ability of turning on 120 hertz as opposed to just 16, 90, and 144 for the actual display. And you're able to turn it on, and although it doesn't actually show it at the top, it is running at 120 hertz. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, a few additional things that we didn't have at the beginning. As you can see, version 4.0.9. We still don't have face unlock. Unfortunately, that's something that's going to be coming up in the near future. As I understand, they're working on that feature. But as far as the actual overall experience, the fingerprint sensor works really nice. Version 3.09 did have some problems there, and they did fix that. So if you're looking at that or you're considering any issues with that, there's no problem, and you can see it right there, and it works really nice. Overall, gaming on this is going to be one of the best experiences you can get. Speakers still sound pretty good. Not much really improvement over on the camera experience. I think overall that's still basically pretty much the same experience. We're able to basically shoot 8K video. The camera setup and everything else still looks pretty good. I would recommend you basically, if you're going to be using this, just make sure you have good lighting, and the camera should be able to perform for you guys quite well. Now, obviously, there's some rumors going around that the ROG phone that's going to be supporting 144 hertz as well. That's another big gaming phone from 2019 that I still use to this day as a gaming device, as this is not my unit and unfortunately has to go back in the near future. So overall, 5G connectivity, customizable RGBs on the back, obviously multiple cameras, and now we have accessories to be able to utilize those Poco pin connectors at the bottom. The fan system still works, and as I showed you guys with the gaming experience, it does actually help a little bit with the cooling of the device, although not as dramatic as one would imagine, like a PC where it's just intaking a lot of air. Charging on this, if you are happy with the 18-watt charger that comes on the box, I think that's going to be perfectly fine. A little over an hour, obviously, to be able to charge it from 0 to 100%. But of course, this will basically dramatically increase the speed. Now, I want to mention to you guys, whenever charging with the 55-watt charger, the fans will automatically turn on, as this is charging at a much faster rate, and it definitely will warm up the device a little bit. I think the dock is definitely very unique. We did get a chance to test out the dock last year with the redmagic 3S, and that was also very functional. Great for cable management, great for connectivity, as it provides us a much faster internet connection, as well as a low latency. You always need to keep in mind, whenever you're gaming, you want your ping time to be as low as possible, because that's going to be how fast your actions are actually impacting the game on the server. The controller itself is actually pretty good. You're able to use this or other controllers with it. I feel like if you're going to pick it up by itself with the case, I think it will work really nice, or if you pick it up directly with the actual accessory. Overall, from a gaming experience, 144 hertz on the redmagic 5G is unique and definitely very nice, especially for the price point that you're getting, as well as the fact that you are getting 5G connectivity with it, even in the US. Great options, and I hope they're going to stay. We're getting obviously great options, and I really hope that they keep updating the device and providing us more updates and more features in the near future, specifically bringing back the face unlock option that we did have at the beginning. When I first received the device, it did actually have that feature, but for some reason that did get disabled. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the redmagic 5G? Would you consider getting this as a gaming device, of course? And of course, like and subscribe and make sure to check out my channel. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.